Please, Mr. Kolawole, FCA, please. Okay.
Yeah, what happened was everyone was put on mute. That's why. So maybe you might need to relax them.
Okay. Kindly change that setting so that we can comment.
So everyone can actually unmute themselves and talk whenever they, at this moment, it didn't change. The setting has been changed. Thank you.
The wisdom letter. So, and today shall be a successful event. For this we pray in Jesus' name. Amen. Next on our
Amen.
Next on our agenda is the national anthem and ICAN anthem. So if we can go ahead and say the national item, that would be great.
Can you display it, because I don't know it's offhand? So
yes, yes, I want to display it. Okay. Just give me a second. I'm sharing my screen, please. Please, can you see my screen?
It's coming forward. It's coming.
Nigeria, can you see my screen now?
Yes.
Yes, we can. Not very clear, but we still know it. Let's start.
Okay.
Tribes and
Nigerians are proud to serve as sovereign motherland.
It's open. Verse 2.
Our flag shall be a symbol that truth and justice reign. In peace of battle honor, and this we count as gain. To hand unto our children a banner without stain. O God of creation, grant these our warring request effort
Oh,
you
to be an where nobody's afraid.
show with peace and
So with peace and plenty, Nigeria will be blessed.
Thank you very much. The next to be ICAN anthem. I want to also play it from the internet. Thank you very much. Please, I call on Mr. Nnamdi Oje Uti FCA to give us a brief introduction about OTSCN. Mr. Nnamdi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. Thank you so much, Dr. Afolabi. Thanks, my professional colleagues, for making out time from your very busy schedule to be here. This is our inaugural outing from the Knowledge and Education Sharing Committee of One Team Social Club of Nigeria. Now, One Team Social Club of Nigeria is a baby of Page platform. Page is Professional Accountants Group email. We are all members of ICAN, and with one team, we are emphasizing that we are one tribe, the ICAN tribe. The ICAN tribe. So we want to see how we can reason together using this platform to enrich ourselves, our knowledge, support each other, strengthen each other until a situation where we will truly, the visions of our founding fathers will be fully attained. Now, with this social club, we are going to reason together. We are going to go into partnership. We're going to go into collaboration. We have our shared values, which we are going to bring together. We already have our objectives as written down in the bylaw. We are going to put life into each of the items there. For instance, our welfare team, in a short while, we'll be discussing members' welfare, how we talk about group life insurance, health insurance, and so many other initiatives that we are going to put together to make sure that our members are up to speed with current realities. Now, we are not only looking at our members alone, we are looking at their next of kin. So every one of them will be fully covered through our plans. Then we also look at our elders, who are very weak. They are not able to go out, do one or two things at this stage. But they have invested so much in bringing us to where we are right now. So somehow we'll make out time and resources to reach out to them as well. We're going to leverage on all ICAN related items together with any of the programs like Catch Them Young, SWAN initiatives, district society initiatives. So together we are going to help to plant many more district societies across Nigeria. We're also going to reason together to plant several tuition houses across Nigeria. We believe that with this initiative, that value where they said Nigeria has about 20 million out of school children, we are going to work together to bring that number down drastically. So we need you to work with us and cooperate with the team to get this done. We already have enough committees to make sure that this is done, and we have incorporated this entity. So we just need your cooperation, and we'll get there. We'll hit the ground running for good. Thank you. If you have any questions, please don't feel free to send it in. Remember that this is an NGO or non-governmental organization, so we deal more on donations, gifts. Like we've received a couple of gifts from members, which we'll find time to acknowledge, and that is how it goes. So we also talk about dues at another stage, but we need to get the right dues because there are some parameters we're going to look at. For example, we need to factor in our health insurance benefits, group life insurance, and some other benefits that our members will need. We also need to create jobs for our members. So this program, you see at the end of the day that from this program, you either become a business owner or you also become an employee. So any of the gifts that you fit into, please make sure you grab them. If you don't grab them, I will be grabbing mine as well. So take note, and thank you so much for your time. Over to you, Dr. Filabi. Thank you.
All right, thank you very much, Mr. Nnamdi, one of the trustees of OTSCN. Thank you for your brief introduction. The next on the agenda is a welcome address by my humble self. I want to share the agenda for today. Just give me a second, please. Okay, let me speak while I share that. Okay. Please just give me a second. I want to share the agenda for today on the screen.
Okay, when you finish.
Can you see my screen?
You can see it. You can see your
All right.
Tap it.
Thank you.
They'll be
So
hearing you.
distinguished, please, I'm trying to mute your device if you're not speaking. So this is a welcome address to welcome everybody to this inaugural meeting. Distinguished colleagues, esteemed guests, and vibrant participants. It's our profound honor and privilege to welcome you all to this inaugural webinar of the One Team Social Club of Nigeria, OTSCN, as Mr. Nnamdi has said, organized in collaboration with the ICAN members. Today marks a significant milestone, not just for our club, but for the entire accounting profession in Nigeria. As we chart a new course, Beyond the Ledger, which is the topic for today, unlocking 7+ career doors for chartered accountants in Nigeria. We gather here at a time when the world is rapidly evolving and the role of the professional accountant is being redefined. No longer are we confined to the back office, crunching numbers and balancing books. The 21st century accountant is a strategic leader, a creative entrepreneur, a policy influencer, a technology innovator, and a global citizen. The opportunities before us are as vast as our vision and as limited as our ambition. Today's session is not just another webinar. It is a launch pad, a platform where we will explore legal, corporate, entrepreneurial, and global opportunities available to us as chartered accountants. We will challenge the status quo, break traditional boundaries, and empower ourselves to unlock doors that may never have emerged being existent. Whether you are a student, a young professional, or a seasoned fellow, there is something here for everyone. Let us take a moment to acknowledge the trailblazers who have made this event possible, our speakers and facilitators, who are visionaries, who have walked the talk and are here to share their journeys, insights, and practical strategies with us. We salute Mr. Nnamdi Oje, OT, FCA, and Mr. Kolawole, FCA, who will be our second speaker. We also have a secretary of the club, which is Mudin Agbola, ACA, for their commitment to knowledge sharing and professional excellence. To the OTSCN Education and Knowledge Sharing Committee, thank you for the tireless efforts in creating this impactful agenda. Your dedication is setting the pace for a new era of professional development in our community. As we proceed, we urge every participant to be fully present, engage, ask questions, and connect. This is your opportunity to expand your horizons, to network with like-minded professionals, and to discover new paths for growth and impact. We're going to share the link for the WhatsApp platform where all people on this webinar are encouraged to join. Let us remember the future belongs to those who are prepared, those who are willing to learn, unlearn, and relearn. Especially like the new tax bill, we have to learn, unlearn, and relearn to know what is happening in the present space. Today, we are not just unlocking doors, we are building bridges to new industries, new roles, and new possibilities. In closing, I challenge each and every one of us to leave this session inspired, equipped, and determined to be more than just accountants. Let us be architects of value, drivers of innovation, and ambassadors of integrity. Let us go beyond the ledger and become the leaders of our profession and our nation's need. Thank you for joining us on this historical journey. Let the conversations begin. Thank you very much. We are going straight to the lecture.
Thank you.
For today, the first lecture, because today is a public holiday and we know people have a lot to do on their agenda. So I'll be sharing my screen on the paper so that the first speaker, Mr. Nnamdi Oje, Uti, FCA, can take up the stage. Thank you. Mr. Mudin, are you there to share your screen? Please confirm. I'll be sharing my screen in a moment, please. Thank you. You just give me a second, I'll be sharing my screen. Sure. Please confirm you can see my screen, please.
Yes, you can see your screen.
Yes.
I can see your screen.
Mr. Uti, FCA, over to you, please. Thank you. Mr. Nnamdi, are you there?
Yes, I'm here. I'm here. Thank you so much again, Dr. Folabi, for the. Meanwhile, let me, professional colleagues, Dr. Folabi is our secretary, knowledge sharing committee of One Team Social Club of Nigeria. She's been doing a great job along with members of our committee, and we would like to say a very big thank you to her. Now, this is a very interesting topic, which we are going to, work together to dive in and see how we can reason together to enjoy the topic. Beyond the ledger, unlocking seven plus career doors for chartered accountants in Nigeria. Now, this topic is one that have come to help challenge the status quo, just the way Dr. Afolabi said earlier. We used to, when you talk about accountants, a lot of people say, oh, debit and credit, auditor, taxman or auditor. Today, we want to go beyond that. We want to see other things that accountants will do. So, second slide. So when you look at accountant, what do you see? Or when you desire, at the point when you desire to become a chartered accountant, what was in your mind? Okay. Now, I've gone along the streets and I've asked a couple of people on the streets, and what they tell us is, oh, accountants, they even call cashier, a cashier down the streets, accountant, a cashier, a supermarket operator was so excited to introduce me to her cashier, and she called the cashier an accountant. But you and I know that that's not the case. So we want to look at this. So let's go to the next slide, please. So we're looking at the introduction challenge. Okay. No, let's go back. So introduction challenges, our strengths. We look at the public practice, roles of accountant, corporate roles, accountants' role in corporate organizations, public sector and governance or government roles, academic and research, entrepreneurship and services, specialized industry roles, NGO and development finance roles, international career opportunities based on mutual recognition agreements, and then we'll go to the questions. So for each of these things, we took time we'll take our time to explain it, because you and I are colleagues. And if we all understand it, we'll be able to help many more young ones out there. We have so many young ones who have finished maybe their secondary school. They don't know where to move. They don't know how to go. You and I can add value to them, because our founding fathers have already placed the foundation. Ours is to build on the foundation already laid. Next slide. So let's look at some statistics. According to Worldometer, as of today, we are over 200 million Nigerians. Okay? Out of these 200 million Nigerians, 20 million of them, 20 million, we have 20 million out of school children. That is what the United Nations report says. Even the former President Olusegun mentioned of this in one of his speeches. 20 million Nigerians out of school. Some of them have not even entered into the school walls at all. So it is a serious problem for you and I. So beyond what we are looking at our own jobs, whether we are doing debit or credit, we also need to know that this is a crisis. This is a national crisis, which we as chartered accountants need to also explore, help the nation to explore solutions, possible solutions. Decline in commercial students. If you go into the secondary schools to interact with the school proprietors, coordinators, you see that there's a sharp decline, steady decline in the number of enrollment for commercial students. So in the near future, if we don't take adequate action, a lot of several students who ought to have gone into schools to become accountants or other commercial courses will no longer be available. So what you need to do is, we can also add value in that regard. If you look at unemployment statistics also, every year, the report comes out negative, okay? Negative trend, because the role of accountants is not properly being felt. So we believe that after this session, all of us will take action circles to reduce this number. That number can be reduced significantly by accountants and other professionals. So we will look at ways to do that as well. Entrepreneurship, and entrepreneurs are not sure of the role of accountants as of now. Some entrepreneurs, because of their exposure level, continue to assume that ordinary cashiers are accountants. So we will help them to change that narrative by reasoning together to spread the knowledge across. According to our professional colleague, Mr. Tony Ayeni, FCA, He's the managing partner of Riverdale Professional Services. He said, knowledge is the inventory of accountants. Knowledge. That accountants, to be up to speed, you must continue to restock. So like this program now is another opportunity to restock. And when you restock, you also share knowledge with others. You have to be mentor and mentee. At one point, you'll be mentee. At another point, you should be mentor. So you should stand as an individual ready to mentor many people. Now, look at this number here, 200 million Nigerians. How many have you decided to mentor? If you pick the number of chartered accountants today, let's say about 70,000, divide this 200 million by 70,000, you will see that you as a chartered accountant, you were supposed to mentor about 4,000 Nigerians. If I pause and say, how many of us have done that as of today? You will see that only a handful. And so we need to go back after this session, make it a duty to target to mentor at least 4,000 people, each of us. We have to be intentional about it. This is one of the strategies for reducing this number here. We have to be intentional about it. We should stop being introverts. Instead, we should be extroverts. You see, without being extroverted, I will not reach you. Likewise, our committee team will not reach you. So those skills that you know of, those skills that you're already trained by your training, be ready to share with others and be ready to spread the news around the country. Don't make the society look as if we are helpless. No. So you should be ready to share your knowledge, impact your environment, whether you're in the church, the mosque, the streets where you reside, your place of work, on the streets, anywhere you stay, anywhere, any society you belong, make sure the icon in you shows out, showcases why you are a chartered accountant, okay? And let it be for good. Now you have 39.6, according to the Smithing report. Smithing is small and medium scale enterprise coordinators in Nigeria. According to that 2020 report, Nigeria has about 39.6 million SMEs. 39.6 million SMEs. Now, those 39.6 million SMEs, most of them don't even know that there's a difference between accountants and chartered accountants. So you need to be able to penetrate them, help them to grow. Most of these SMEs were not incorporated by accountants, even though the law allows chartered accountants to be one of those professional bodies that is qualified to register with CAC as accredited agents. Most of us have left that path. And so we leave it to others who end up, incorporating these businesses and don't show them the path. So if we strategically position ourselves in a way that we can show them the path, of course, those 39.6 million SMEs will translate to more jobs for Nigerians and more business, more growth in the economy. And you know what that means. In Nigeria, we have economic challenge because accountants have not been, we need to pay more attention there. We need to be economic advisors. We need to stand up with our knowledge and share our knowledge at any point in time where we have the opportunity to. Time is the kind of crisis we have in a country now. We cannot afford to keep quiet and continue to assume that, oh, those guys will do it. No, we have to be in the forefront, guiding people and showing them direction so that they will not mislead us. Now, look at, for example, we have exchange, exchange rate challenge at the moment. However, if you flip it around, you can see that there's some benefits which you can share with entrepreneurs and your clients. How can you show them those benefits so that they can fall in line and boost their business trend and the economy of this country? We have to look at that and see how we can promote exports so that they can get more inflow. Now, when you promote export of Nigerian brands through Nigerian Export Promotion Council and other government agencies, they have so many policies put in place. They have put in place so many policies that will support entrepreneurs in this direction. But we need to speak to these people so that they will know. We need to speak to the investors. We need to speak to entrepreneurs, point them towards that direction so that together we can grow the economy of this country. We have a lot of economic challenges, yes, but together we can reason and advise our clients properly. And I'm sure they'll take advice and they'll grow better. Now, there's a lot of brain drain, yes. foreign countries are strategically positioning themselves to steal bright brains from Nigeria. As we speak right now, if you ask an average Nigerian out there, he will tell you that he would like to go to Canada, UK, and US. Okay, but I can tell you, this is where the market is. If we can look inwards, for instance, don't trust what I'm going to tell you now. So when I finish this interaction, take a note, go and check it out. If you go to Amazon, amazon.com, check out the price of 2 kilograms of Ijebu Gari, 2 kilograms or 3 kilograms. Just put any number there and try it. Then go use a local scale, measure it, and look at the price here in Nigeria. Whatever the result gives you, take an action immediately. Don't sit down and ask me what should you do. I can have already given you what you should do. So take action immediately. Don't only take action for yourself, take action for the community around you. Now, influence the community around you. Encourage people to go into cooperative society. Encourage people to establish cooperative society where you have a community of about 20 people, 20 Nigerians. Encourage them to set up a cooperative society and harness the opportunities around cooperative society. Now, cooperative societies are recognized by the law. 1999 Constitution supports it, together with the legislation, the legislation backing up cooperative society. So you, as a chartered accountant, should be able to position yourself to tell your community, be it your streets, be it your CDA. In Lagos, they call it Community Development Association. I don't know what they call it wherever you are. You're a member of a church, you're a member of a mosque. Bring together people, bring 20 people together, stand in the forefront. We are ready to support you. Mark my word, we are ready to support you. Technical support, all the technical support you need to stand, we are ready to make that happen. Put your heads together and let us grow our finance through cooperative society. Then you will see that you channel it towards this export. And I can tell you in the next 1 year, you'll all be talking about a boom in your little circles. So instead of talking about brain drain, I talk about bringing money back through the foreign exchange regime. Next slide, please. Now, looking at our strengths, I want to remind us, this slide is meant to remind us that we are beyond what we are even looking at. As of today, most ICAN members already have work experience. We already have the ICAN training. During the ICAN training, there was a unique course called multidisciplinary case study. Most of us, especially those that qualified in year 2002, 2003 down now, they already went through the multidisciplinary case study. Now, what does it do? It helps to put you in the box and you think out of the box. You think out of the box to get a solution, no matter how difficult the challenge might be. That is how loaded ICAN syllabus is. So from time to time also, ICAN organizes mandatory continuous training. The ICAN district societies are there very close to you. Join one if you have not joined any. That society, you mingle, you interact with other professionals, and before you know it, you kind of quality networking will come in, and before you know it, either you have a good business or you start your practice somehow. You must be moving forward, not moving backward. Note that being an accountant is a huge plus. Let's assume you're a graduate. Okay, you're a graduate. Being a graduate, then plus a chartered accountant makes a very huge difference. You cannot be at the same level as an ordinary graduate, even a graduate of accounting, if you are already a chartered accountant. So what that technically means is that you need to look at the laws. We have so many laws in Nigeria that backs up, specifically mention chartered accountants. So I will give you a simple example. See, as of today, the one which I would like to draw you closely to is a corporation of business. If you go down the street now, you see that everybody will tell you
So how
lawyers
will I hear
are.
what they are saying now?
So, sorry, you are not hearing me?
Hmm?
Can you hear me?
Oh, but you cannot
Yes,
open
we
the
can hear you.
We can hear you, sir.
Yeah,
one
can
will
hear you.
We
Go
can
ahead.
We can
Okay,
hear
so
you.
I'm going to mute everyone so that I can speak. So, but if there's any note, please leave it on WhatsApp on the chat box so that we can respond. So, so I was saying that in the laws of this country, Nigeria, there are many documents where the chartered accountant is mentioned. So what that means is, even though you are a graduate of accounting, you're a graduate of business, and you are not a chartered accountant, you cannot perform those roles. It is your duty and my duty to fish out those kind of roles and take charge. It was done intentional by our founding fathers. They know this, and then they work along with the leaders in this country to make sure that those roles are carefully carved out for chartered accountants so that we can add positive value to this country. So one of such roles is the business incorporation. Now, in Nigeria, as of today, we have only 4 professional bodies whose members are qualified to incorporate business in Nigeria. That's register as a accredited agent of the CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, and incorporate business through the CAC portal. Now, we have lawyers under the same category. We have that's members of Nigerian Bar Association. We have members of the ANAN, that's the National Accountants of Nigeria. You also have members of Nigerian Institute of Chartered Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria. So but if you go down the streets today and you ask questions, most of the people will tell you, oh, chartered accountants, they'll tell you that there's only lawyers that incorporate business. And that is not correct. It is because we are not coming forward. We are not stepping forward. So, and because we're not stepping forward, a large number of people that register business down there are quacks. And when they incorporate this business and they send it out, they will be having problems. The entrepreneurs will have problems because they will start running back to either adjust the MIMAT, adjust the shareholding, because they did not go through professionals. So I expect that after this session, you will take charge in that area. Nobody here that attend this should not. Every one of us must be accredited agents of CAC. That's number one. Then another space where we have opportunity to play is the Nigerian Stock Exchange. In Nigerian Stock Exchange, go look at the rules there. You see that the laws have been carved out in such a way that, or crafted in such a way that accountants, lawyers, and some other professionals have specific roles to play. Go read the history. You'll find out that our founding father, the likes of Akintola, Williams, and co, plays significant role in the establishment of Nigerian Stock Exchange. So you can't sit down and say, oh, there's no opportunity. There are opportunities. These opportunities are there, and we need to mention it to each other. Audit, tax are not the only opportunities. We can do much more. So you have a district society through which you can network. You have mentorship arrangements. So you should be mentoring some people. And like me, I mentor a lot of people, and I want you to also mentor a lot of people. I'm also receiving mentorship from other seniors, other senior colleagues. And from time to time, I call them, I ask questions. When I'm confused, I ask questions. And some people ask me as well. You have such interactions on WhatsApp. A lot of people interact on WhatsApp, some on Telegram, and some via email. Like we have Page Platform. Page Platform is Professional Accountants Group Email. Page, PAGE, Page Platform. So that is the association that, the community that gave back to One Team Social Club. You can also ask questions there. People answer you directly or can even phone you. I noticed that when people ask questions there, they forget to put their phone number. When you put your phone number, a professional colleague can easily pick up a phone and call you and explain. It's easier to do it that way than to start typing. Okay, if you ask a technical question and you leave your phone, I can quickly pick my phone and call you or WhatsApp you. That's WhatsApp call. Okay, so we explain in detail. So we have other events like Annual Accountants Conference that is coming up in October. There you meet other accountants. You can interact there, share your thoughts, discuss any teaching issue, any challenge you are facing. For example, the Institute have a policy known as 36 months mandatory audit training. Now, what does that mean? It means that for those ICAN members who qualified without going through audit practice, let's say you were working in the bank when you qualified. So because you've qualified from the banking system, you cannot quickly go into audit practice and tax practice. So they expect you to go through audit firm under the tutelage of audit firm. under the tutelage of audit firm, and after that, you'll be given the practice license, and you need to go through 36 months. It's a 36 months program. Now, that program on its own helps to enrich your knowledge if you can do it. Now, however, I'm of the opinion that it might still be tinkered in line with the current realities. But looking at the intentions of the institute, you know that initiative, if you go through it, you'll be fully grounded in audit and tax, practical audit and tax management. So the Annual Accountant Conference is a community, just like the DC Society, that will bring you together, bring members together to reason together. Another one is the zonal conference. So you have Southwest Zonal Conference, South Zonal Conference, North Central Zonal Conference, and all the conference, even the Southeast Zonal Conference. These conferences are opportunities for sharing knowledge. The slides shared there are usually very rich, and they give you hints as to what you should expect in the future. From there too, you can get mentors to follow. And now, the fact that you are following a mentor doesn't mean you take everything 100%. Even when you're discussing with me, you're listening to me, don't take everything I say 100%. There are some areas you might need to tinker. Like for me, I have many mentors. I can mention them, many. So, and I take a little of each person. And if you see me interacting both in social media and everywhere, you see that sometimes I'll be speaking or making reference to those my mentors, because they added value to me one way or the other. One that you will know, everyone will know here, is Chief M.K. Abiola, the late Chief M.K. Abiola. Now, Chief M.K. Abiola, that June 12, 1993 election was about the period when I was still contemplating switching from science to accounting. Now, I was a young boy. I finished my secondary school in 92. Then luckily I got a job in the bank. Then I saw people coming to sign their ICAN forms. Some people were signing their Nigerian Institute of Management and other Chartered Institute of Bankers forms around there. So I asked them, this form that we are signing, what is it for? So someone told me, if you pass this exam, they'll promote you in the bank. I said, you don't mean it. My father wanted me to be a medical doctor. So I did physics, chemistry, and biology. So in the secondary school, but I've not, you need to go through JAM and stuff like that. So before you know what was happening, this M.K. Abiola issue came up and election came up, and it was mentioned that he was a chartered accountant. It was mentioned also that I became so interested. I saw the debate. I saw the way he floored his opponent during the debate. It was very impressive, and that's what I love. So that is enough. It's enough driver for me to say, wow, I want to be like this man. So if you see me talking, if you see me interacting, most of the times you see me talking like Abiola, because I took a lot of his strategies in terms of interaction, engagement, frank engagement, not laying back. I don't wait for people to tell me what to do. I go ahead and do it. And when I do it, then I start, so long as it's noble, so long as it's good, I do it. And then we can now look at the problem, the results after. So long as it's noble, so long as it's just, so long as it adds value to humanity, go ahead and do it. Go check Abiola. That's how it goes. So if you look at his how he strategically positioned Abiola Babes, you know what happened. So our strength continues. All our individual unique qualities. So every individual, according to my understanding of the ICAN rule, our founding fathers did an excellent job. They position ICAN in such a way that everybody can come in. So you look at our individual unique qualities, our natural traits. Some of us are introverts, some of us are not. Some of us are male, some are female. We have those are natural traits. We have parental upbringing. You have your environmental influence. You have a cultural influence, religious influence. So inside ICAN, you see different religions, people, different tribes, different environmental influence, different parental upbringing, and different natural traits. These people come together to build a flavor called the current flavor you see called ICAN. So inside the ICAN and inside our profession, we will be interacting with everybody. So, but we believe that in one team social club, we are one tribe, the ICAN tribe. So when you come in here, yes, we might have our differences in tribe and religions and tongues, but we are one tribe. So that's one tribe will make us understand each other better when we reason together. If I don't understand my Yoruba friend, for example, I'll call another Yoruba colleague. Oh, yeah, what did he say? You say, okay, he said this, he said that. Then the message will pass across. If I meet a Muslim who, let's say my Muslim friend wants to go to do a wedding, and I'm to accompany him, of course, I talk to another ICAN member who is a Muslim and guide me on what to do. I can get it done. So together, we can reason together and cut across boundaries. So now in public practice, we have the audits, audit and assurance. Now, in public practice, accountants can do audits, statutory audits, where you have to, based on the regulatory requirements, you can also do internal audits. These internal audit rules are also very critical. Accountants can do that. Forensic audits. Yesterday, day before yesterday, I had a meeting where the forensic auditor was, explaining some facts. And then I reminded him, are you aware that ICAN also handles forensic audit training? Said yes. Okay, good. So we just moved on. I just needed him to understand that forensic audits, ICAN members are also into it. Compliance audits. Compliance audit is not something that we need to shy away from. Most of us don't even look at that. So you look at an organization where they're going to bidding, they bid for contracts here and there. There are some standard documents that they must get. So those documents, you and I can process it. You can process it either as their staff or as a consultant. So have that in mind. Risk-based audits. Some companies can call you to come and assess the risk pertaining to a particular transaction, a particular investment. You should be properly positioned to make it happen using your wealth of experience and your training. Due diligence. See, an investor wants to acquire another company. They will call you as an accountant to help them in their due diligence. So you have to look at that financial statements review as well. They can call you as a chartered accountant to come and review financial statement. You should be ready to do it. So arm yourself with these skills. Don't say, I cannot do it. The ICAN in you can make you do it. All you need to do is to learn a little more, pick up your notebooks. Some of those in your notebook are still relevant. Pick them up, dust it, and then bring it to speed with the current realities. You might need to use laptop. Maybe then when you did it, you don't use laptop. Now use laptop, use mobile phones, and to go further. Now, tax advisory and compliance. Now, this is a very very vast area where a lot of tax consultant accountants need to play. Tax is very broad. Taxation comes in different sides. So you can actually be a tax consultant where companies can outsource their tax task to you. You manage their VAT, you manage their withholding tax filing, you manage their capital gain tax challenges, company income tax challenges, or personal income tax challenges, or even petroleum profit tax matters. Now, you need to be able to be up to speed. You need to be up to speed with the current regulations. Now, they are doing a lot of, there's a tax review going on, the bill going on. We need to make inputs. Now, you two need to make sure that you are up to date with the current trend. What are they discussing? Why are they merging the tax laws together? Now, many of our tax laws are moribund. They are old, expired. So they are now harmonizing everything and making it so simple so that it will be easy for you and I to manage. And employers of labor, it will encourage business, encourage entrepreneurs to come into the space. So tax compliance officers, accountants can serve as tax compliance officers, either within the organizations or as a consultant. So you help your clients to manage that. Transfer pricing consultant. Now, transfer pricing is a very vast space as well, which you and I need to look at and help. Tax planning. Tax planning as a professional, you should be able to assist your clients to manage their tax exposure, legally manage their tax exposure, so that at the end of the day, they will not end up throwing away all their earnings to the tax man. So your tax planning to start from the point of telling them, okay, you can apply for tax holiday using the NEPC rules, Nigerian Investment Promotion Council rules, and you start from there where you get initial 3 years holiday. Then you can also have 2 more years where they can go without paying company income tax. Or you talk about citing their business in the free trade zone. In the free trade zone, they can start from there. If their business has to do with exports, you tell them to target the free trade zone and then see how they can, bring in more business. So the pioneer legislation, they fall under the pioneer legislation category. Also, you advise them on what to do and how to align themselves in line with the rules so that they can enjoy some tax savings. And through that initiative, you can bring in more foreign direct investment into Nigeria. Now, tax filing and representation of FI. The Tax Promax platform. You can be the consultant that will help your clients to handle that. So don't shy away from that. Instead, learn. Instead, take the opportunity, train yourself properly so that you can be up to speed and help your clients. Now, another one is tax disputes resolution specialist. You can help your client to become a tax dispute resolution specialist. So you position yourself in a way that it will be easy for you to meet this client that needs your kind of service, and then you help them. Public practice rule under the ICAN Act and CAMA. Now, under the ICAN Act and CAMA, you have financial reporting and company advisory rule. So you can become the IFRS implementation consultant, financial reporting compliance consultant, or accounting system setup advisors. They can outsource accounting bookkeeping to you, reporting accountant for capital market transactions. When a company wants to go public, they need an accountant to become their to help them in that manage their books in that regard. So you can be that professional that will buy such space. So be prepared. All these slides will be sent to you. So you need to be diligent. Pick your niche. Focus on your niche where you have strength, and then grow with it. And in a few years' time, you thank One Team Social Club for giving you the hint. You will not see these informations on a website somewhere. No. So we are trying to make this possible so that everyone can sit down. There's no need of friendly competition anywhere. You just need the market is very big. Just look at that ratio: 200 million Nigerians with 70,000 accountants and 39.6 million SMEs out there. It means that you have a big market to venture in, and you can pick your own customers while I pick mine as well. That's why it's very easy for me to tell you easily, because every one of us can pick a little from the market. So next slide. Next slide, please. Okay, I think will I share from my end, or my side is gone?
No, we are with you. You can share your slide from your end, sir.
I can share from here. Okay, let me see.
Your screen is no more showing, sir.
And no problem. I want to see if I can share from here. Don't worry, you see my slides shortly. Please confirm if you can see my slide.
Yeah, I can see it. Yes.
Excellent. So now you have this practice role under ICAN Act. We've done that. Okay, so you have the forensic and investigation and accounting. In this case, you need to go in. You need to go in beyond just the vouchers and start to test this invoice. Is it actually is it a genuine invoice? Can I see the assets that was purchased using the invoice? Can I see the agreement? You need to verify it. Sometimes you go to the vendor who sold it, go and check this price, is it the same? Forensic is in-depth. Fraud examiner, that's another role which accountants also do take. Litigation support consultants. Yes, in this case, you might be called to come and become the subject matter expert in the court. Imagine a situation where you review your client's account and find out that there's excess bank challenge. The banks have been ripping them off. The court, that matter can end up in court, and you'll be called as the subject matter expert to speak with regards to that. So an accountant, you're already trained to manage some of these things. All you need to do is to get some more training and adjust accordingly to make sure that you align your evidence with Evidence Act. Now, with Evidence Act, you should be good to go. Financial crimes investigation, that also is another role which accountants are also needed, because you, as accountants, you're already trained to handle some of these financial related matters. You know the legislation as regards those matters, and you know how to aid investigation and come to a reasonable conclusion. Asset tracing and recovery. Yes, sometimes you'll be required to come into to investigate the loss of assets and ownership and the rest, and you'll be required to go get it. So you don't need to tell them, oh, I've not done it before. No, you as a fixed assets manager in your company, there are some questions your auditors have been asking you when each time they come for audits. Okay, can I see the fiscal assets? Can I see your fixed asset schedule? You show them. Oh, can I see the invoice supporting them? Okay, can I see the fiscal? Can I go for fiscal verification? You go there and see these assets. These are questions that they will ask you during the audit. And can I see the agreements? You see all this, and those things have already, armed you with enough training to bring you to speed to some of these things. So, Dr. Afolabi, please.
Yes, I'm with you, sir.
Yeah, I need to know what part of the slide I'm supposed to stop, so that otherwise I can take everything up. If Mr. Asef gave me the go ahead, I will take everything to the end.
Okay.
Am I supposed to stop?
You can stop
somewhere?
at slide 12. You soon get there. You're not yet there.
Okay, I'm not there yet. Okay, good. So now we talk about.
Yes, at slide 12.
Okay, no, just let me know then. So now you have business advisory and consulting. Yes. Now, for those of you that are into business incorporation, you know that whether you like it or not, you have to build the object clause of your client. Now, I was going through, somebody sent me an annual returns to file one of the days. I was going through the object clause, I laughed. Somebody registering, incorporating a limited liability company, and they just put one object clause, like a baby, like you see the work of a quack written all over the document. But you won't tell that client that, but you just, you just know that, encourage them not to be patronizing quacks. Now, through your object clause, you can actually start your consultancy service there. Let me give you an example. Today, if I discuss with the auditor, some auditors, they will tell me, oh, we don't have customers, we don't have clients. I ask them how, why? The next thing, they will be beating about the bush. But the truth is this: our founding fathers were very wise. They made it part of our core task. So we do business incorporation. So when you incorporate a business, naturally, your object clause will be rich enough. From that object clause, you're already giving them consultancy service. So you give them that consultancy service, and you are technically pointing them to a direction. Let me give you an example. A client meets me today and says, oh, Nandi, I want to incorporate a barbing salon. I run a barbing salon. I want to incorporate a barbing salon. What am I going to do? I was also, okay, is it a business name or a limited liability company? He said a business name. Okay. So if it's a business name, what am I going to do? He has told me that he wants to do a barbing salon. So I will then say, couch it to say, Lagbaja Ventures. The object clause will then sound like this. Unisex salon, fashion house, then I will then put other things that can go along with it. Things like this POS. This POS, this point of sales machine. So I'll put it also in this object clause. If care is not taken, I might even put a supermarket, mini mart in that object clause. Now, what have I done by doing that? What I've done is I'm telling this man that you can do barbing salon, unisex. You can also sell fashion-related things like shoes in that salon. On the side, you can also maintain a mini mart. So that when somebody comes to barb his hair, he'll pass through your mini mart to the salon, and then he will see one or two things to buy on the shelf. And before you know it, business starts expanding. So that is the idea. Accountants are the only ones that are better positioned to send these concepts. And so today we are whispering from one team social club, we are whispering this to you. Don't let opportunities like this slip you by. You have other ones like when it comes to limited liability company, you do the same. You can expand that one. The object clause can go as far as I've even incorporated up to 100 object clause. So don't be too lazy to make it only 20. Don't make it 20. It does stop at 20. You can go beyond 20. Okay. Corporate restructuring. Yes, some organizations need to be restructured, corporately restructured. Now, what does that mean? Means restructuring your organization for efficiency, business efficiency, tax efficiency, overall efficiency. So, for instance, if you think that your company have been into patronizing logistic company for too long, why not establish a logistic company? Let it be part of your business. Why not locate your business in a place where it's closer to raw materials? There are many things you can do under corporate restructuring as an accountant to help your clients reposition themselves into a point of profitability, especially when with this kind of, in this economy that we're in, we need to think deep before venturing into business. So they need the help of accountants to properly position themselves to grow. Financial due diligence advice analysis. Yes, when your client wants to invest in a company, they will need you. They will need you to, evaluate their financials, go and test some of the ratios, and see if it's worthwhile to venture into that. Next system is valuation specialist. Yes, there are sometimes you will need your role as accountant will be required in specialized fields. Let me give you an example. You see if you are in the oil industry, you have a tank farm, where you have a tank farm, like where they store petroleum products. Now, that's for you to go there and say you're doing inventory counts, you need special, unique skills. Now, the kind of unique skill must be someone that have worked in that industry and you have accounting knowledge. Now, that knowledge will help you to, be more exact than somebody that is just a newbie. So they'll need that many times, even insurance companies, they need valuation specialists, actuaries need valuation specialists, and accountants are better prepared to take up that role. Mergers and acquisition consultants. Yes, nowadays, due to the high cost of operations, many businesses want to go into mergers and acquisition arrangement. So you can be that specialist that can help them do it. And I can tell you for free, some of these skills, you already have it because you have worked in businesses, organizations where all these trainings were given to you indirectly. So you need to then activate it, put on your ICAN cap and your thinking cap and hit the road, run in this direction. Basic risk advisor, business risk advisor. Yes, sometimes your client wants to go into a particular business environment and needs you to come and give them professional advice. Your view, your opinion may go a long way to help them take decision. So you be very objective, put on your ICAN independent cap, and then focus on the job and get it. But as you are doing all this, make sure you are earning your fee. Company secretarial services, that you already know. I've already mentioned it several times as we talk here. Company secretarial service is your role as accredited agent of the Corporate Affairs Commission. You can also go as far as helping them organize their annual general meeting, organize your clients' annual general meeting, and you get paid for those services. You know, they want to change their director, they'll call you. They want to file the annual returns, they call you. They want to incorporate a new entity, you are the one they'll call. They want a company secretary to be taking minutes during their meetings, they can hire your service. So you need to understand that as a professional, you can do this role. I was interacting with one of our colleagues some years back. He said to me that, no, you must have audit practice license before you can become an accredited agent of CAC. I just said, you're joking. You're joking. There are things that if you don't understand, you ask questions. So you need to ask questions. What you need to become an accredited agent of the Corporate Affairs Commission is your ICAN ACA or FCA. Now, once you have your ACA or FCA, you are good to go. Now, if you have an audit practice license, that's a plus. Okay, so you can start your consultancy service from the secretarial service. So you can say, for instance, let me pick a name here. I can see Aisha Adedeji, for example. Aisha Adedeji might decide to say AA Professional Services, if that is not there already. So AA Professional Service can be rendering secretarial service, inventory count service, so many other services listed on that. So you should understand that as an ICAN member, you can do that as well. The next slide. Sorry, please.
Mr. Namdi, Mr. Kolawole is supposed to start this
Okay, this
session.
for Mr. Kolawole.
Yes. Is Mr. Kolawole, are you there? Yes, sir.
Mr. Kolawole is a member of the board of trustees of One Team Social Club. And besides, all of you are qualified to become members of One Team Social Club. So over to you, Mr. Kolawole. Do you have a slide? Are you going to share the slide from there?
Yes, I'm resharing my screen.
Okay, so I'll stop sharing here. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, sir. We appreciate it.
Thank you, sir. That is wonderful from you, sir. We really appreciate it.
Kolawole, please, are you there?
Mr. Kola, unmute yourself. Unmute yourself, please. Unmute yourself right now.
Mr. Inamdi, please, you can continue. He will take it off from there when he's able to speak because of time.
Okay, I think he's having a challenge connecting. I don't know. I'm not sure. So,
Connect, yeah.
as an ICAN member, you can also you can also play a corporate role in private sector organizations. So these corporate roles can be that of chief financial officer, financial controller, management accountant, treasury role, budget and forecast analyst, financial analyst, accounts payable, accounts receivable officer. Now let me tell you, like the interview, I normally do a lot of social experiment. So I interacted with one entrepreneur, and the entrepreneur pointed to her accountant and said, "That is my accountant." So I went to the accountant. Those of you that have met me, I know that I am very, very inquisitive. So I went to engage the accountant. I said to the accountant, "How are you? Are you a member of ICAN or ANAN?" He said, "No, that she just think WAEC, not finish WAEC, and she's a cashier." So now, such a person cannot be referred to as an accountant for several reasons. One, the treasury manager's role in a corporate organization is very, very unique and largely unknown. Largely, most people don't discuss it. Who is the treasury manager? How does how does this treasury manager add value to the organization? A treasury manager will look at a company that has about uh, 20 bank accounts. For example, one organization where I worked in the past, they had about over 30 bank accounts. And in this bank account, one account you see 2 million naira, the other one 1 million, the other one 500,000, 200,000, different amounts, different figures. So when I looked at all these numbers, as was reported in their GL, so okay, let's verify if actually these accounts are there. They are all dormant accounts. So what we did was we reactivated all the accounts, and after reactivating all the accounts, we moved all the balances to one account. You know, we hit a very significant amount. That amount was enough to be invested. Okay, was enough to be invested, and by investing, we make money. And I can tell you, those monies can cover all the utility bills. The utility bills, meaning DSTV cost, PHCN bill, all of them put together, cover this, and together with mobile phone call bills and several other bills. So you can have such idle funds sitting all over the place in a corporate organization that does not have an accountant with a treasury manager's mindset. Budget forecasting is another aspect which most people largely ignore. With budget, you're able to forecast to know when you have liquidity issues, and then you know how to go about bank facility to bring them in. Now, for those organizations that fail to get qualified accountants to manage their budgeting for them, they run into problems most of the time. That's when you see them, staff are not being paid on time. They'll start saying, "Oh, we don't even know when they pay. Maybe next week, maybe next week, maybe it's next 2 weeks." But if they're able to, they have their budgeting group and planning group, they'll be able to know that, okay, by so time we'll have cash issues, liquidity issues. Okay, let's process bank overdraft, or let us process a short-term facility to manage that gap, or let's go for invoice discounting. There are many possibilities around there. Accounts payable and accounts receivable. These are another two roles which professional accountants should look at adding value in their various organizations. Now, for example, accounts payable, through accounts payable, you can get a loan in Nigeria with zero interest. What do I mean? Let's assume your company is into, you have a lot of vendors. You can have an understanding with these vendors and say, guys, we would like to be paying you after 60 days. 60 days. You give us now, we pay you 30%, the balance will be paid in 60 days. Now, if you look at that arrangement, it means that 70% of that fund have been borrowed from that accounts payable from the vendor, and will be paid in 60 days. Now, what that means is you've collected the facility for 60 days, technically, and at zero interest. And that comes as a result of your creativity. Now, talking about accounts receivable, you can also do the same. Now, as accountants, professional accountants, you can advise your clients or your your company on how best to manage their accounts receivable, so that they will not experience any challenges. For example, a customer, you're coming to work, and you heard on the radio that a potential customer is being wound up, and all of a sudden you see them sending a request for a purchase of 10 million goods worth 10 million naira from your company, and you know that they don't want to pay immediately. You flag it. Also, for debtors, all those debtors that are standing, what are the creative ways you can put in place to bring them to pay? Oh, can you give them discount? Okay, what about you tell them if they pay ahead, if they pay down now, they take 2% off? Or what if they're able to buy bulk? They buy bulk and get a unique discount. Buy bulk now and get a unique discount. You do promos before as the season is coming, all this festive season, buy this and get promo. You can even do some other events around your sales so that sales will bubble up. These are things that accountants should be able to play with. The financial controller rule, CFO rule, very, very strategic. And when you talk about those rules, you are not only talking about financial reporting now. You're also talking about tax management, corporate tax management. The withholding tax regime, the value-added tax regimes, and the rest. The capital gain tax. These are areas where financial controllers, budgeting, liquidity management, financial controllers need to manage. Talk about group accounting. If you're a finance manager, you know what to do. You put your ICAN cap there, and so it doesn't matter whether you have played that role or not. Okay, you might have been a finance manager, but you should know that with your ICAN training and your work experience and your zeal, your ability to learn new things, you should be able to take up such roles. And so when you're going for interviews, you prepare yourself ahead and be bold. Don't be too sluggish. Be bold and be forward-looking. Internal control and risk management. These are roles that accountants can take. So internal control officers, enterprise risk managers, compliance and ethics officers, operational risk analysts, data analytics. Now, data analytics, oh my goodness. One sec, please. See, most accountants have not even looked at this side. This is like a gold mine right now. And note that I'm talking about data analytics. Accountants are not the only ones in that space. They're not the only ones there, but it's a gold mine that accountants can play. So let me give you an example. You see, when you look at your mobile phone, you see promos coming from MTN, Glo, and all these telecoms companies. Those promos are not just coming to you by chance. They're coming to you because one data analytics consultants have recommended it. So, for instance, if you invite the data analytics professional to a building with four, let's say a corporate building with 4 floors, and then he picks up your register, your attendance register or visitor register, and analyze that register. After analyzing that register, he finds a pattern. He will establish a pattern. Oh, most people that fill this register, 30% of them go to second floor. After going to second floor, they go to third floor. Who do they see in second floor? Who do they see in third floor? Okay, they see Mr. Lagbaja in second floor. Mr. Lagbaja is a salesman. Okay, after that, what do they go to do on fourth floor? They go to make payment to Mr. Upwards of in accounts department. Oh, so they go to collect invoice, and then from there they go to make payment. Okay, what if? Now the data analyst will now tell you, what if his report will now say, what if we automate that process? We automate that process so that these customers don't need to travel from their house. They just come here, and then they'll just fill online, purchase the item, and they pay online. So the traffic will reduce. Traffic to the office will reduce. And so the data analytics through their reports can make such recommendation. And before you know it, the company start to build an app that will manage that. And you see they will save a lot of money through that operation. And you too, being that accountant that have taken that position, you can do that for many organizations and you become a consultant. Corporate roles in private sector. Now, strategic planning manager, performance management analysts, business intelligence specialists. Now, this business intelligence specialists also need data analytics too. So performance management, same thing. Strategic planning manager, the same. So you can look at a pattern, look at the government policy and say, oh, based on government policy, for example, based on government policy now, I recommend that people should be looking towards export. So target to export things so that you make foreign exchange and makes life easy for you and your client and your community. Okay, so that can help you to edge over the inflation and the rest. So corporate governance and company secretarial service, we have already treated elsewhere. Company secretarial service, private and public sector, governance and compliance officer, board liaison officer, registrar to trustees. Yes, you can be the registrar to trustees and manage people. Even when people are saying they are winding up, you can wind up. Oh, sorry, go to the next slide, please. My other laptop has gone. Data just went off. So somebody called it.
Recording in progress.
Excellent. So this is government and parastatals. So director, you can be director of finance and of ministries. You have auditor general, accountant general, budget office, financial analyst in National Assembly, FIRS and IFRS tax auditor, treasury single account compliance officer. You have central bank as well. At the central bank side, you have central bank financial examiner. You have Nigerian Financial Intelligence Unit, NFIU specialist. You have Securities and Exchange Financial Regulator, Nigerian Deposit Insurance Corporation Bank Examiner. You have Financial Reporting Council Inspection, so Standard Officer. And you have Corporate Affairs Accounts Examiner. Now, let me tell you something. With all this you've seen written out, even when you occupy these positions, because you are definitely going to occupy them, make sure you are nationalistic in nature. So, for example, all these ones that work in the budget office, both at the ministry, parastatal level, and at National Assembly level, I strongly recommend that you consider prioritizing made Nigerian brands. So when you are doing your budget, I don't want to be seeing things like foreign brands mentioned in our nation's budget. You make your wordings, because our budget is known as is a law. But it's a law. If you mention foreign brands, you have technically excluded made Nigerian brand, and by so doing, you have diverted jobs that should have been created in Nigeria to overseas. So we want you to create those jobs here. So right there inside that budget, that you want to purchase a made in Nigerian brand, mention the made Nigerian brands, or you categorize them made Nigerian brands, so that you can create jobs for you and I and my siblings and your siblings, because our nation's budget is one of the driving force of our economy. Just word it anyhow you word it, just be it furniture, be it motor vehicles, be it laptops, be it any equipment you want to purchase. You find out that they are all made in Nigeria, through made in Nigerian brands. You can create jobs. Just imagine a zone where we have distribution point for all made Nigerian brands of cars across Nigeria. All those outlets where you have those distribution points, the service outlets are going to be manned by Nigerians. And the service professionals there, the technicians that will fix the tire, that will screw the knot, they will all be Nigerians. The people that will sell the parts are Nigerians. The people that will, you know, sell this maintenance, do the monthly maintenance of these cars will be Nigerians. The banking industry that will support the financing of this car are Nigerians. The bank interest that will come as on account of loans for the buyers to buy these vehicles or buy these assets is going to be earned by Nigerian banks. So let us think that way, so that through this we can create jobs. So you as an accountant, when you occupy such position, please be nationalistic in your thoughts. I don't want you to say, oh, you go and organize a seminar abroad when you can organize it right here in Sheraton here, or even to create jobs around. Because, for instance, if you organize a seminar here in Sheraton, what are you going to do technically? You are bringing business around Sheraton. All those supermarkets around, all these hotels around will have patronage. And by those patronage, before you know it, we will be having a booming business. And if we have more of that, before we know what is happening, we're already creating jobs for our people. And that job loss rate will decline. Nigeria is a country with 20 million people, over 200 million people. So this is where the market is. This is where the business is. So we should be able to use our accounting knowledge to retrace our steps and help change the narrative in this regard. Next slide. So all these roles an accountant can play, and they can add value to the profession and to our nation, Nigeria. Tertiary institutions. So accountants play roles as professors, lecturers in accounting. They play roles in research and economics, taxation, and auditing. Yes, I know some accountants that are professors in universities. Curriculum developer for accounting education. For other professional training too. Accountants do training for ICAN ATS classes and professional classes as well. They sell textbooks, they write textbooks, and they help in the marketing. If you look at that entire value chain, you see the book writers, book publishers, you see because you see that there's a lot of business around that area that they can help. You see, continuous professional education, that's constitutional CPE and MCPE. These are MCPD. These are trainings that accountants go through to come to speed. I told you earlier when we started that one of my mentors, my professional colleague, Mr. Tony Ayeni, usually says that knowledge is the inventory of accountants. Accountants need to be restocking knowledge. Okay, so every day you learn, and you continue to learn and learn. Okay, so that is one of the backbone of One Team Social Club of Nigeria. And so this and that's where we have our erudite professor, Dr. Afolabi and her team doing an excellent job. And that's the platform through which we are getting this today. So let's go to the next slide. So you can do this. Please plant ICAN Tuition House wherever you are. If you don't know what to do, please come together. We can give you the support and we get it done. ICAN Tuition House and ICAN district societies. Entrepreneurship and consultancy. As accountants, apart from the fact that you can work as an employee, you can also become entrepreneurs and consultants. You can offer consultancy service. So accounting practice owner. So you can register your accounting firm, manage your accounting firm. People can outsource their business to you. Business outsourcing services. For example, somebody can say, you want to manage their payroll, to manage their payroll for them. You can manage the accounting, bookkeeping for them. So that's an outsourced service. They cannot employ you. Some SMEs cannot employ your service. So instead of waiting for them to employ you, create your own job and become the external accountant to them by way of keeping their books. You can be a virtual CFO. That's a new thing in terms of with technology. Now you can do virtual CFO. Some companies outside are willing to hire your service for such service. Startup advisors. You help a new business startup. You help them do the incorporation. You help them do the feasibility study. You help them do the employment of the staff, early staff. You help them do the runaround, regulatory requirements, and the rest as an accountant. Financial model developer. You help them develop financial model as well. help them develop their business plan and report writing. Grants, to help them process grants and funding for their business, bank loans, and the rest. You can do it as an account member. Tech and fintech rules. Now, under the tech and fintech, you see, when people look at fintech, it becomes so crazy. Oh, accountants cannot do it. Who told you that? Accountants are playing roles there. You know, financial systems implementation through SAP, QuickBooks, and Sage. They have so many more. We have even one called BMAC Accounting here in Lagos. BMAC Accounting is owned by ICAN members who set it up, and so they can even deploy your own user technology anyhow you want it. For example, they can deploy for school. The entire workflow process will be incorporated into the accounting application for schools like universities, polytechnics, and the rest, even secondary school. So it depends. Whatever you want done, program, they'll program it and you get it done. So you have another one called you have a fintech compliance officer. That you maintain a checklist of what and what you should do, especially since CBN rules keeps changing. Last time you had new changes where they have to debit you for every number of transactions through the POS operators and the rest. You need to keep track with those compliance issues and several other compliance issues. Tech-driven audits, software consulting. Tech-driven audits and software consulting. Now, a lot of ICAN members are now involved in tech. So it's an added advantage for you to have tech skills. So don't shy away from it. Brush up yourself and come to speed with realities. Accounting, automation, and development. Yes, a lot of accountants are now involved in that. Because see, just look at it now. Without proper accounting knowledge, how can an IT specialist be telling you about depreciation, amortization, prepayment, accruals? They can't even understand it. So for that, it's best for you as an accountant to, train up, have yourself trained up in that space, and you'll be able to handle that properly. So let's go to the next slide. So these are roles that you can pick up as an accountant. Take note. So you have them many now, so that you don't say nobody is telling you. People are telling you now. One Team Social Club is telling you. Oil and gas industry. So you have JV, joint venture accountants. Now this joint venture, two or more organizations can come together for a single venture. And so you might be that joint venture accountant that will be able to help them do their reporting and streamline their operations. So you have cost recovery analysts. Please 1 second. Sorry, 1 second. So cost recovery analyst, local content compliance officer. Yes, for you to be able to play in that space, you need to comply with the local content rules. So there are a lot of rules, and ICAN members are better positioned to understand those rules. So if you need help, you can always reach out and we will help you. That's why we are building our community. That's why our community is going to be one of the largest community. We are one tribe now. ICAN tribe is one tribe. So if I don't have an answer, I'll call another brother that have the answer, and before you know it, we'll have it. Let me pick this call, please. I'm in the office. Oh. So let's go to banking and financial service. You have credit analyst, loan risk evaluator, financial products developer, regulatory compliance officer. These are roles that you can occupy. Premium under the insurance, you have premium and claims accountant, reinsurance specialist, regulatory reporting analyst. So if you look at it, you know that these are carefully carved out roles that you as a professional you don't need too much stress to go through the training for you to understand what they do there. And then you come to speed with realities. Let's go to the next slide. So you have specialized industries like, sorry, please. Yeah. When they can start. Yes, yes. So some of them now, I'll get started. Don't let me go. I'm in a meeting. Call it back. I'll come to you. So, sorry about that. So we have revenue under hospitality industry. You have revenue management, cost control specialist, guests and experienced data analyst. Under manufacturing, you have cost accountant, inventory manager, production budget analyst. So you see, these roles are strategic. They're not just your ICAN training already has already armed you with most of what you need to take up these roles. And so when they call you and say, oh, have you done budgeting before? You say yes, but not in your industry. Yes, but the difference is not much. It's something we can do, can adapt. Say, okay, if you're in doubt, ask me the questions. And then they start asking you questions and they see that you can answer them. Why not? In the early 2000, I joined the telecoms industry. Then, remember the telecoms industry was relatively new when you had the internet, and so I joined it. There was a challenge. How do we do the invoicing? How do we recognize revenue recognition? All these things were questions that were being thrown. What are the regulatory compliance issues? NCC requirements? These are things that naturally, as they're asking, you're already qualified as an ICAN member. Even if you don't have a ready-made answer, you know where to go and get the answers. You need to talk about bringing foreigners into the country. What are the challenges, and how do you mitigate them? How do you manage their immigration documents? How do you manage their tax issues? How do you manage their rent issues? How do you manage their mobility, logistics, and the rest? How do they transport themselves around? Security issues. These are things that they'll come as I can in you will bring up the pop it up, and then you put your checklist in place. And then some of these things you might need to get some others to assist, and some of them while you become the project manager. So manufacturing, under the manufacturing, all those these are things that you should know. Naturally, inventory management is key. Production budget analysis, very, very key, especially cost control. Even the invoicing, there's how do you invoice in the manufacturing? How do you get your work in progress? How do you assess? These are things that, as an ICAN member, your ICAN thinking cap will help you understand easily. So the ICAN in you should make you stand out, and you should not be frightened. So you can pick up those roles and then go for it. But make sure you also get yourself trained at any time you see the opportunity. Let's go to the next slide. Non-governmental non-profit non-profit financial like this One Team Social Club is a non-profit organization. So we dwell on grants for accountants, grant accountants, donor compliance officer, project finance managers. These are roles that you can play. How do you manage grants? How do we book grants in our book? How do we apply for grants? What are the processes? So look where your hand is up. Can we wait till the end of the slide so that you can ask your questions, please? So project finance. So these are roles that you can play. And even if you don't know them right now, you've not know about them, now that you have known, you have to prepare yourself, because opportunities can come from anywhere and you should be ready to handle them. But please, as much as possible, let's leave our questions on the chat box, so that as this slide is moving, we can also pick them along the way if they are connected. So international development agencies. So monitoring and evaluation finance officer, financial capacity trainer for partners. Now, these are NGOs and NGO related, and all these United Nations. If you are dealing with United Nations agencies and co, you'll be used to things like this, where they'll be asking you, giving grants. They give a lot of grants to women women in Nigeria, and it's funny that many Nigerian ladies are not even aware. You know, they want to support Nigerian entrepreneurs that are ladies. So you need to position yourself properly, and the capital that you're looking for might just be there waiting for you. But you need to take some steps, and those steps, you as an accountant should know them. For example, you need to incorporate your business with the Corporate Affairs Commission. You need to register with Nigerian Export Promotion Council, NEPC in some instances, and you need to get some other compliance documents ready, so that when they call you, you have this, yes, you have that, yes, you have this, yes. Show us your facility. Take them to your office where you show them how you started in small scale. Okay, what kind of funding do you need? Tell them. Okay, what do you want to use the funds for? You also answer those questions, and they will give you the grants. They might not give you 100%, they might give you 80%, 50% of the grants money, and to be enough to boost your business. So these are things that you can do as an accountant, and also as your client. You can do it for your clients. You can serve an external advisor for your clients. So take note of that. Let's go to the next slide.
The last slide.
Okay, good. Now, we are very lucky. Our institute is forward-looking. Our institute is really forward-looking. They have gone into a lot of collaboration with so many foreign bodies, foreign professional bodies like the ACCA UK, CPA Canada, ICAWA, that's Institute of Chartered Accountants, England and Wales, and other professional bodies through mutual recognition agreements. Okay, so if you click that link here to take you to the relevant section, please. Now you also have roles in international audit firms like audits and tax advisory firms like the Big Four, like Deloitte, PwC, KPMG, EY. You have cross-border forensic IFRS and tax advisory roles to play too. Now note that with all this kind of partnership, ICAN members, for example, if you have friends in UK, you can talk to them and you find out that they are already coming together to take advantage of this, leverage on this to how do you call it now, to establish their firms over there. So don't be a local champion. Establish a branch of your firm in UK if possible. Okay, you can also go to Canada and play a role there. You can. So this arrangement is already in place, and nobody will stop you from taking advantage, except you stopping yourself. Now, so as an ICAN member, you should know that yes. So you see, there's a link there. Please use the following link to join One Team Social Club group. So there's a link there if you want to join the WhatsApp group for One Team Social Club. Use this link on the chat box to join. Now, under the One Team Social Club, we'll be doing a lot. So this is just one of them. And we are One Team Social Club is a not-for-profit organization. It's a social club, as the name implies, and is meant for ICAN members. So we believe that at the end of this, you will see that you're more than just a chartered accountant who is here to debit and credit, but you're also there to own a business, to also point other people to own a business, to help your society, for example, your church, your mosque, to establish a cooperative society. Now, through that cooperative society, you can empower the less privileged in your church or your mosque, in your community. You pick up one at a time and set them up in terms of business, entrepreneurship, invest in their business and make small returns. The cooperative society will give them easy loan, and they'll come to thank you later for it. So you should be that shining star. You should be that shining star within your community. Don't be an introvert. I've been in communities where you have so many chartered accountants, and most of them don't even speak up until we started speaking up. So you should not be like that. If you don't have any ideas, please pick a phone and call and send us a mail. You have the link now to the WhatsApp platform. You can join the WhatsApp platform if you want. Then this is time for questions. And please, let's see how we can make it orderly so that we can answer them. Can I pick them?
Thank you.
Alex. Yes.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Mr. Nnamdi Uti.
Thank you.
For the wonderful. Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes,
please?
I can hear you. Please, everybody should mute
thank
yourself.
you very
Mute
much.
yourself. Let's listen to one person, please. Introduce
Yes,
yourself.
I'm the secretary to the. I'm Muideen Agbola,
Okay,
the
good.
secretary to the OTS.
Yes.
Knowledge and Sharing Committee. I want to be coordinating the question and answer aspects. So
thank you so much.
Because of the time, I think we can call one or two persons. If you have questions, please raise up your hand. Let me call on Dr. Afolabi to please repost that link into the chat so that they can see it if somebody wants to join, if we have somebody that wants to join. Let us put it on the chat.
I've shared it.
Thank you. Thank you for that. So if you have questions, just raise up your hand. I will be calling you. I'll be calling you one after the other. Please. And if you have questions, because of the time, we will not be able to attend to all the questions. You can drop it on the chat group. It will be attended to. If not now, maybe later, we can contact you. Yes.
We have some hands up already.
Okay. I cannot see it from my. I'm
okay, I can see Alex Ozimo.
Please help me call them. Yes. Alex,
thank you very much, sir. My name is Alex Ozomo. I really want to appreciate your lecture. My question, I have two questions in the about cooperative. Maybe for example, now in the state, I think a Ministry of Commerce and Industry, they do register cooperative. But at times, some will ask questions, maybe they want to open bank account. They will be directed that they need CAC certificate to be registered. How does one go about that as per registration of cooperative society with CAC? Because they definitely need the certificate to open a bank account. My second question is, for example, as a sole proprietor, you are starting a business, and you know definitely that you are going to obtain tax clearance certificate. What do you do at the beginning to ensure that getting that tax for you? For example, if you're into business, you just go to the tax office. They may some kind of just bill you a certain amount of money, maybe at a higher amount of money to pay to obtain that tax clearance certificate for 3 years. But just starting a business, what are the things you put in place so that it will be easier for you that whenever you want to obtain your tax clearance certificate, you'll be able to get it at ease with more amount of money? Thank you very much, sir.
Thank you. That is Mr. Alex.
Alex Ozomo.
Okay. Yes. Next person is Lofa Chida. Go ahead. Unmute yourself, Mr. Lofa. Mr. Lofa, if you're not there, then we'll go to Celestine Chikodi.
Okay. Good afternoon, Mr. Nnamdi. I must to Amazon and check the price of 2 kg of Gary. Okay. And then I said I'm lost about the Amazon example you gave about 2 kg of Gary, and then exploiting the opportunity in my community.
Okay, I will explain that.
So use them as a cooperative and then for export.
Good, I will explain that. So okay, good. Any other question? That's all. So let's Mr. Lofa, your hand is down now, so I believe we've attended to your question.
I have questions, sir. Please, I have questions,
Okay,
sir.
Okay, go ahead. What's your name, sir?
Sulaiman Ahmed.
Sulaiman Ahmed. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Sorry, sir. My question is, I'm actually a chartered accountant, but I work as an SAP Business One consultant. I've been working as a consultant, SAP consultant for over 5 years now, 5.5 years. But the issue, working with these Indian people, they don't always pay well like that. So, though previously I have accounting knowledge, I've worked in company as an accountant and account officer and others like that in my previous experience before joining the SAP. So, I want to seek your advice. In this situation, it's normally they say everything is money, and money is not everything. As a family man, you need money. So I love my work, which is a consultancy work, and I love accounting also. And it's not that always easy to do the two, unless if you are doing a part-time job as an accountant. But the one I'm doing currently is not paying me where I'm not getting better paid. So can I switch? Is it advisable for me to switch looking for accounting job? Or what do you think I can do? Because money is very important. That's my question, sir.
Okay, thank you so much. So I think we've gotten 3 questions. Let me attend to them one at a time, so that please, if somebody have asked the question that you wanted to ask, just ask something else. Okay, so let me address this one. Mr. Alex Ezimo was talking about cooperative. Now, cooperative and TIN number. Now, according to 1999 Constitution, the 1999 Constitution, that is the ground law. That's our main law in Nigeria. Okay, every other legislation in Nigeria is beneath that one. So what does that mean? It means that if the CBN acts, the Corporate Affairs Commission Establishment Act, the Establishment Acts are below the 1999 Constitution. So, and the 1999 Constitution have technically empowered the states, all your states, all the 36 states, including FCT, to incorporate, to register, to sign into law, to sign into existence cooperative society. So your cooperative society that you established under the state government is a legal entity. Now, CAC, Corporate Affairs Commission, another government agency, which is a byproduct, which is a subset of the same constitution, okay, cannot come up and make a law that will override what the states have done. So what they can do is to harmonize their position with that of the states. So what am I trying to say? Now you have a situation where CBN, Central Bank of Nigeria rules, have made it necessary for all bank accounts to need to have a TIN, at least tax identification number. And it's a good policy. Okay, and that policy will cut across the FIRS, the FIRS, the CAC, the CBN, and the banks. So as of today, they have not, based on the information I gather, they have not gotten their platform right to the point where they can, FIRS side to issue a TIN number to a cooperative society. So what people are now doing is that people are now being ignorantly forced to go and force themselves to register with CAC, which is wrong. It's a wrong move. So what I will ask you to do is to look at the JTB, Joint Tax Board TIN. Now, Joint Tax Board TIN, which will ultimately be the final thing for everybody, should be what you can get now. I don't know if you get what I'm just said. You cannot legally get from from FRS with your cooperative society because they want you to go and register with CAC. You don't need to go and register with CAC because you're a cooperative society. CAC will not naturally register your cooperative society. CAC is not the only authority in Nigeria that can register business. So you have the state governments can register through their Ministry of Cooperative. There are other ones that can also be registered through Ministry of Industry. Okay, there are other means, not only Corporate Affairs Commission. That's what I'm trying to say. So don't be forced to venture into that kind of journey. Instead, try to get the JTB thing.
Hello.
Focus on getting it, and it will be just fine. The bank will accept it, and you. Yes.
Yes.
Wait,
yes.
just hold on. For tax clearance.
He not pay you. Person who bring account not pay you.
For tax clearance.
The person that brought it did not pay.
Mr. Alex, please mute yourself, please.
Sorry, sir.
So for tax clearance, a new entity, then immediately you register your company, you can actually get the first tax clearance certificate from there. All you need to do is to go to FRS office with copies of your CAC document, and then fill out the necessary forms, design the necessary letters, and submit it there. And in a matter of days, your TIN number will be out. Then you keep it and you start to do your business. Now, if your business is not starting to the later time, you state that on the letter that it will start maybe next year. Now, when it starts next year, you start your filing. Please make sure you keep records. Your records could be your invoices and all those accounting books, necessary accounting books, bank statements, your ledgers. Try to make sure that all your transactions pass through bank so that it will be neat, easy to track. Now, keep vouchers, and keep, even if you're going to operate using e-platforms, try and make sure you keep enough trails that will allow them to do their job when they come. So allow other regulators to do their job when they come. So it is important, but note that first tax clearance, you don't need to struggle. And immediately you register your business, you can actually process it online and you get it delivered to you online too. So that is a topic on its own, and we cannot lecture that here. So you have Celestine was talking about Amazon. Said, what do we do on Amazon? How do we go about it? Now, I said that if you go to Amazon.com, say you want to buy 1 kilogram of gari, type it there. 1 kilogram of gari on Amazon. How much is it? You'll see that the price is something that will ginger you to do some take action. Now, most people don't look that way. What you need to do is, once you put it that way, and you see that it comes up, then you know where to get Ijebu gari. You package it. Make sure you do your research properly so that you know how to package it and send it across, send it overseas. I use Amazon so that you can see that it is sold at a certain price abroad. Now, maybe you might be sending it to your sisters, your brothers, your siblings, look for foreign contacts, foreign customers that will buy Ijebu gari. Not only Ijebu gari, I just use Ijebu gari because something you can start with small capital. Okay, you can start with small capital. There are other things, other agri products like ginger, beanie seeds, many products that you can export. Okay, if you send me a mail, we can send you lists, items that you can export. Now, when you focus on exporting, and if the federal government exchange rates management team continue to manage it either good or bad, you constantly be above, especially using the current trends. Okay, you make a reasonable profit, and if you're able to if you're able to put your business properly, there's a way you can document it as incorporate it and take advantage of Nigerian Export Promotion Council initiatives and the rest. You'll be enjoying a boom while people are shouting. Telling you. So I don't know. I believe I've answered you. Take a look at that. As an accountant, you should know that Nigerian Export Promotion Council, you should know how to go to their website, explore their website. You should be able to, make a few calls across to them. They will tell you, they will educate you. So what you're saying here, we don't want you to be taking of only auditor, task consultant. No, be a business owner. As we are finishing today, incorporate your business. Incorporate your business, either as a business name or as a limited liability company. Start up doing something. Don't tell me that, oh, your employer did this and did not do that, therefore it's disturbing you. You should be strong enough to say, oh, this employer is giving me a headache. I'm off. But you see, don't be off like that in an irresponsible manner. This country needs your help. We need the help of, the country needs the help of every chartered accountant to stand afloat. So your advice can go a long way. And don't give careless advice. Give advice such that when they say this advice opinion was given by a chartered accountant, when they look at it, they know it was a chartered accountant. That's what I'm giving you. I'm saying this is an expo. Go to Amazon, check it out. Now, Amazon is not the only way you check it out. But the idea is that target exports. Export anything from Nigeria, any agricultural products from Nigeria, and you make a good money, and you can stand above the waters. Ola, is it Ola that was talking about career advice? Now, see what everybody in ICAN, you have lawyers, you have medical doctors, you have farmers, you have different type of fields as chartered accountants, petroleum professionals, chartered accountants. Now, there's a reason for it. Our founding fathers were visionary. They made it possible so that everybody from everywhere can play a role. So you can actually multitask, play roles in such a way that, oh, you play roles in this industry, you play a little in that industry, you help out here, you help out there. Before you know it, you are up above the waters. You need to be above the waters, even at this critical stage of our life. So don't limit yourself. Don't follow one rule. The only people that can be restricted are people that are in government, where according to the laws, they can only invest in agriculture for the purpose of exports or something in that direction. So they themselves can own business and target exports. So you too, you should do the same. You should, even when you are working, whether you're working and you're only earning 10 naira, target to own a business. So I don't know if I've answered you. Then you have Lofa. You're back. What's your question, please? Let's start from you. Lofa, unmute yourself and ask the question, please. Okay, on the chat box, we have we have Abidemi Adebi. Is Lofa ready?
Some people
go ahead with your question. Lofa. Chadip, your hand is up.
Please,
are you speaking already? Okay, go ahead. I can't hear you though.
He's on mute, but we can't hear him.
No, you are not on mute. Oh.
No, it's Dr. Yvonne that is speaking. He's on mute, but we can't hear him.
Can we call another person?
The other hands up and up.
Rashid Yaya.
Hello?
Hello.
Okay,
Yes.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My question is I'm a public sector accountant and I'm working for 8 hours in a day. At times I work more than 8 hours, but I want to gain audit experience so that I can qualify for a license. So if I'm fortunate enough to be engaged as a part-time, as a part-time audit trainee, how many years will it take me to meet the experience requirement? Because my goal is to establish my own audit firm while continuing working as a public sector accountant. I would really appreciate if you can give me a candid advisor. Thank you.
Let's take one more. No? Ola Ogunyemi. Mr. Ola or Mrs. Ola Ogunyemi.
Okay,
go ahead.
Am I audible?
Yes, we can hear you. Go ahead.
Okay, thank you.
Hello, we can hear you.
It has been an insightful session so far. I appreciate everyone that puts this program together. May God bless every one of you. So my question is, I am an accountant. I've been a chartered accountant. So, and one area that I found a little bit challenging to practice, to earn additional income is tax practice, because I work with SMEs, and many times we encounter ethical challenges, in the process of helping them with their tax issues. So my question is, I don't know if
sorry, please, one sec. So I just mute you now. Please, can you unmute and speak, Ola? Is it Ola that was speaking earlier? Unmute yourself and repeat yourself, please.
Okay. So my question is this: in tax practice, the problem that I have encountered is there are ethical issues, because I work with SMEs, and many times when they call for assistance with their tax issues, many of them don't want to do the right thing, and that puts me off. So many times I just give up, tax, totally. That's I can't violate ethics because I want to earn one or two things. And the problem is there are so many quacks that do all these things for them. So when they approach you, they think that, okay, this is how we have been doing it. Or you want to pay your tax, you have to create some phony accounts so that you can minimize your tax liability and all that. So it means that, okay, I'm not going to look in that direction against. I focus on other things that are giving me like income. So my question is, I don't know if there are people here who have faced similar issues and how they are able to navigate all these kind of problems that they encounter in tax practice, specifically tax practice. So that's my question. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Let's take this last one from Victoria.
Yes.
Ginga. Victoria Ginga.
Okay.
Please unmute yourself and talk.
Okay.
Victoria Ginga.
I think it's Victor. It's Victor Benga. Victor
okay,
Benga.
Victor, sorry. Victor Benga Oladipo.
Okay. Good afternoon, stars, and everyone. I want to thank you for a wonderful presentation and eye-opening, insightful presentation. And my prayer for you is that as you are thinking good for us, God Almighty will take you higher also. Well, you mentioned one time you want to actually have a hedge, whatever thing one is doing. So you cannot do away with mentors or mentorship stuff. My question, which I will not say a question per se, is that I want to kind of implore you, if you can be my own mentor too, so that we can share ideas. I'm an auditor, and I'm an auditor by profession, and I'm FCA. So I want to add you with the list of my mentor, that anytime I have anything to deal with that I need additional knowledge so that I can rub minds with you. So, question.
Okay. Okay. Thank you so much, Mr. Gbenga. Be rest assured that our doors are open to our professional colleagues. You will see my email, my phone number in the slide I will send to you when it's sent to you. And you will see that of Mr. Kola Asep as well. So you feel free to reach out whenever there's need. We will, in fact, if we don't have the time, we will be able to create time. Could be towards the evenings, could be public holidays or whatever, even if we are very busy. We'll be glad to. Same applies to everybody. Thank you.
Thank you.
So let's go to the first speaker who talked about trying to manage practice. Now, as we speak, the rule is that if you do not qualify when you are working at an audit firm, okay, you need to undergo what they call 36 months mandatory audit practice period. So that period, you're supposed to go full time and practice. The institutes will record the time when you started. Like if you are doing it now, you have to complete some forms online. Make payment of 20,000 naira. The firm will sign off that you started, and then at the period, you will pay some other fees, and they will come and they will interview you. The institute will interview you. That's the process. That's the current process. Now, the definition, what I will tell you is this. We can actually, how that will work for someone like you who is working in full-time and wants to still have this. I don't know how the current rule will assist you, but I know that if this conversation continues like this, the makers of the ICAN policies may see wisdom to make amends to the rules, to make it possible to bring it to speed with current realities. Because what I see that they want to do is to make sure that the quality of the audit work is very high. They want the quality to be very high. And so if we're able to justify that, oh, it will still be high if you tinker with the process a bit, I'm sure they'll make an adjustment. Okay. They want to make sure that the audit work outside there, when they pick it up, that is really top notch and it's of ICAN standard. So don't be discouraged. We can actually introduce you to the people that matters in this regards in ICAN. So you can even send a question directly to them. Yes, we have a few contacts like that who can speak to. Maybe they can give you a direct answer to that. But my initial response is that is a 36 months mandatory period. Now, but there are some people who qualified while working in audit firm. They don't need to go through that process. So as your children are growing up, encourage them to go into audit firm first. They should not go for the money. They should go for the practice first. Then they can grow naturally within the profession. Now, another one is the challenge with regards to SME, managing tax for SMEs. Now, the truth is this. Most entrepreneurs out there don't know some of these things. It is you and I that will educate them. I just told you an example, the street work I did. I discussed with a shop owner, and the shop owner said, he called someone that had WAEC, accountant. That's my accountant. And she was very boastful about it. So she doesn't know that. In fact, you know that the end of that conversation was that cashier was fraudulently defrauding the company. Okay, was defrauding the company. And this was obvious even from my first interaction, but you cannot tell them that initially now. You have to do your test. What happened? I just asked, okay, where do you stay? Mention where she stays. And then you stayed there and you come to work here. How do you transport? How do you eat? So they were trying to cut corners by paying small money, but they were losing more through fraudulent practice. The lady was actually colluding with others to how do you call it now? to sell the company's inventory outside the company's company's knowledge. So that was what was happening. And at the end of the day, this was discovered, I think, a year after, and they were asked to go. So that is it. Accountants have value to bring. It is you that will educate them. Let them be. If they don't want to answer you, no problem. Just take a walk, and you see that they'll come calling back. But know your work, know your job too, so that it will be easy for you. Because there are so many customers that will come back to you. I tell you, if everyone on this call, go out to get their professional training properly, and then go to practice, your quality, I've told you, there are many. Look at even the CSC. You have a lot of parks on the street saying they do it. Okay, but our quality is different. When you pick the object clause of a business I incorporated, you look at it, you will know that there's difference, because I'm actually giving you business consultancy advice in that object clause. So that's how it starts. So that's it. So let your work speak for you. You will not get all the jobs. That's 9.6 million SMEs means that you will have many, and I will have some, you will have some, others will have some. Good. Mr. Benga, yes, mentorship. We talked about that. So I said our door is open, no problem. So we have Kola Iregu and Kola Iregu. Can you unmute yourself? This Lofa, your hand have been off for long, but you've not been talking. Can Carlo Iregu?
Yes.
Carlo, yes. Go ahead.
Yes. Thank you, sir, for these painstaking activities you've been doing all this while to make sure that things work out fine for us. My first question, sir, is, in this profession, if you go out there, you discover that we have a lot of quacks. And those quacks are the one who seems to be making it. And from the institute and our angle over here, I don't know what we can do to curtail this, so that some of us might be seen as we try to render services other than those quacks they are being patronized there. And two, sir, I want to contribute or suggest that this kind of program should be made more practical, at least, so that people like us and others who are also interested to go into private practice will be able to have hand-on, training that will equip them to be able to do one or two things. Because from what we have learned here, there are so many fields we can even go into. One can decide to go offer services like bookkeeping, inventory management, and things like that. So if we have on-hand training, even if it might involve paying, that will be able to equip one at least to stand. It will also be appreciated as a struggle to make sure that this social club stand on its footing and be able to help as many that are prepared to. Thank you, sir.
Maybe I should attend to this one because it's two questions in one. Let me answer them together from one man. Two questions from one man. Now, the quality of jobs out there, trust me, some people, some employers or some business owners don't have an idea of what they will gain when they hire the service of a qualified accountant. So sometimes they need to get their hands burnt before they will understand it. So you don't need to over-impress them. What you need to do is make sure you have your process. For example, I told you a few minutes back that I got somebody wants to file an annual return, so they sent me the annual returns and the CSC document. When I got the CSC document, I found out that the object clause is just one. When they're allowed to even have up to 100 object clause, you're just having one. That's a red flag. It shows that that job was actually incorporated by a quack, not even a lawyer, a quack, not even an ANAN member or member of Institute of Secretaries and Administrators of Nigeria. So now it is you and I that will be talking to people when we organize them. For example, when you have your church, your mosque, your community development association, you call them together, educate them, make out time. You must be intentional about it. When they say 20 million out of school children, it means that we need to intentionally take some steps to, educate them, to help them. There was a time Nigerians were being forced to go to school. This country, we had free compulsory education where if you refuse to send your child to school, the parents will be arrested. Okay, some of those beneficiaries are currently professors. Okay, so now you and I need to do similar. We need to be sacrificial, a little sacrificial. So when we are sacrificial, we will gather people together, call them and educate them, create room, be uncomfortable if they refuse to share knowledge, be very, very uncomfortable. Now, when they share knowledge, you offer yourself advice. And if you need help, let me tell you, for me, it depends. So I don't mind, as far as it's to add value in this country. Sometimes I don't mind travel to those places and to help, to make sure we send our message across. So that is you have to be the spokesperson. Note that you are not only representing one team social club, you'll be representing yourself, you'll be representing the institute, you'll be representing the schools that you attended, and you'll be representing the educated people in this country. Because now, a lot of people don't see education as important. But when you and I start to talk, start to engage with the people, we'll be able to help them. Now, another thing you talked about is hands-on training. Yes, I am aware that several professional colleagues are, including myself, we are into training. I'm also aware that the Institute has a program known as Entrepreneurship Development Initiative, which was done under the leadership presidency of Madam Comfort Itayo, FCA. So if you go to ICAN Center now, you see entrepreneurship, ICAN Entrepreneurship Center there. If you go to ICAN House at Ebutemeta, you see entrepreneurship signatures all over the place there. So the Institute is really, really deeply interested in growing so many entrepreneurs. And now that initiative, that of the Institute is backed up by some organizations. So now we have people who are training people in all these courses you are having there that we have listed them. So, and some of them are members of One Team Social Club, and some of them are members of Page Platform, and some of them are in other places too. So it is you are to identify them, and if you reach out to me, for example, I can tell you the ones I can help you with. If you reach out to others, the same thing they'll tell you too. And before you know it, you have at least some knowledge, and you can start off from there. So let's go to, I think I've answered all your questions. And let's go to Mr. Carlo. I hope I've answered your question. So let's go to Benedict. Benedicta Carlo. It's just another Carlo again. Benedicta, can you unmute yourself and speak? Lofa, are you ready now? Okay, if Carlo is not ready, let's go to Miriam. Miriam.
I'm ready. Hello.
Yes, go ahead, please.
Are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you clearly.
Okay, please, thank you very much. It's so amazing listening to this training. And the unfortunate thing is I didn't join early. Due to network challenges. Please, I'm so interested. Thank you so much for all the it's so impactful and educative.
Thank you.
How do I start? I am still serving in one of the agencies, but ever since I qualified, I am not really working where I'll put in my training or, get trained in this, see things that will help me to grow in this profession. So it's a very big challenge to me. Though I'm an internal auditor, but not much is happening in my office because I am not where many things are happening. Do you understand?
Yes.
Hello? Are you there? Are you there? Okay.
Yes.
So,
yes.
Honestly, I am so, I don't know, all the areas one can offer services. It's so interesting to me. Mainly auditing as a profession and forensic. I so much love things that has to do with audit. How do I start? I heard you saying that there are so many trainings, and some of these are schools, all these entrepreneurial schools, they're in Lagos. If you're not in Lagos, you see, you are handicapped. Right now I'm in Delta. How do I start? How do I get this training, please? Because even if you follow the Zoom meeting online, it's not enough. It's not enough because there's nothing like you sit in a class or something where you can talk one-on-one, and as this thing is going on, it's more, it's better than all those other things. What do I do?
Okay, I think I get you. I think I get you clearly. Let me first.
Because I really need this training so that I'll really equip myself. I am what you have taught today. I have seen that there's so much to be done. There's so much to be done. There's so much one can work and you add value. You give value, to organizations and things like that. Thank you very much.
Yes, thank you. So that's been noted. Let's go to the next person. I'll answer that with another person soon. So let's go to the next person. Is Miriam ready? Miriam. Ofode. Okay, let's go to Sir Obunaya Kingston.
Hello, I'm here. Did you call me?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. I want to appreciate the organizers of this One Team Social Club. Thanks to everyone, starting from Nandi to Doctor and to the crew members, and also for bringing us on board. So my question is number one, what is likely to be the frequency of this training? And is it also a thing to have a schedule, if it's possible, of the training for the remaining part of the year, as well as timing, if it's possible, so that we are, just like this one came quite early on time, and we're able to adjust our program to fit into this training. So another one is concerning the meeting. In addition to the training, are we combining meeting and training together so that anytime we meet, there is a value we add to ourselves and also share knowledge and experience? So that it's like a double-powered program, training/meeting. So my other question is concerning the objectives of the One Team Social Club. I understand that it's non-governmental organization, and if we better understand and equip ourselves with the objectives, then it will help us to start looking out there if there are business opportunities that are being rolled out by the government, so that as one team, we can pursue that opportunity. Or if there are other donor agencies that will have to give grants to do one thing or the other, then we can better as one group pursue that grant. I say this because I'm working in non-governmental organization, and there is one opportunity we lost because they told us that we have experience working in the health sector, but we don't have experience working in the educational sector. And since this organization, this social club, as non-governmental, is geared towards and also expanding our knowledge. So if we can also be well equipped, what the value we tend to bring to the society, so that if there are opportunities that can give us money, and then we better do that, yes, which we have all been organized to do, then that would be fine. So I think these are my questions. Thank you. Okay, let me see. And if you could also go through the comment section, there are other related questions that is pointing towards these my questions. Thank you. Over.
Well, thank you so much. Let me attend to this too, and I want to appeal. Yeah, I want to appeal that we'll soon be wrapping up because so many calls are coming to this way. So, but let me attend to this because it's very robust. Let me start from Carlo Benedicta. You said, how can we have this training physical? According to how I understand the ICAN process, from time to time, ICAN do invite people to come for MCPD programs. You also have some that you can attend online on ICAN website. Then ICAN members and other training outfits also do the same physical. But you see, you are in 2025 where virtual is taking over the place. So like I do the virtual as well myself. And there are other things that you do to back it up. For example, the after training support arrangements are put in place. So you don't end up losing focus. You get it and you get it properly. So don't shy away from virtual sessions because through virtual sessions, you'll be able to get a lot and you can even do a lot with it. There's somebody, for instance, who is based in Kano. Some years back, she attended my CAC training. And today, she called me, I think a month later, to tell me that she has started attending to customers from home. So that is it. She was excited about it because her husband said she should not work. And she saw the opportunity to work from home. So she got it. So likewise yourself, when we say we are mentoring, we mentor by holding you by the hand to go through the process. So you make some mistakes, we watch you, just like you're watching your child walk around, your child will fall down. And so you need to get that also, you get that from us. And also you should be ready to give it to others too. Then we have, Miriam said, frequency. The committee, the chairman of the committee is here. I don't know, Dr. Onyinye Afolabi. Do you want to answer that, or I should answer it as well? I can answer it though. They are currently putting together the timetable for the rest of the year. And, some of these things come with costs. Like this one now comes with cost and the rest. So our cash flow is still very small. So we had to play around with cost before we finally arrived at this. Okay. So you see the turnout was over 100. Over 100. I think up to 160 something at one point. Yes. So, and the enrollment is about 700 and something. So when you look at it, you see that there's a high demand for this, and we hope to sustain this momentum. We already have the next course already in line. I think next 2 courses are already lined up. So we will communicate that as soon as possible. So since you have attended this one, we most likely get the invite for the next one. And when the calendar is ready, we'll share it around to all. Now, the objective of One Team Social Club, we will also extract and send to everyone. But those who enrolled in One Team social club and attended the inaugural meeting, they already have it. They already have it in their mail. Then for grants and donor arrangements, yes, the One Team Social Club will be heavily interested in that because we want to be running at a low cost. We want to go to a point where we'll be approaching ICAN to get ICAN credit points. Pay the fees. It comes at a cost. It's not free. So we'll get that so that for each course we are pushing out, each attendee will come with credit points. Then it means we'll cover the costs of training, cover the cost of the honorarium paid to the facilitators. We also cover the cost of the venue if it's a physical one, or if it's a virtual one as well, the venue. And so we might, in that case, we might need to charge some money to be able to cover all this cost. So, but in terms of quality, we have the quality, we have the resource persons lined up. I'm looking at frequency might be minimum of 2, if not up to 4 in a month. So that is how prepared we want to be. And but we're starting with most probably 2 in a month. Then we'll grow it from there. So that's it. So let me look at the WhatsApp message. No, let's chat message. We have Abidemi. Thank you so much for the well-detailed message session. My question is all these positions listed down where my question is, are all these positions listed down where accountants can function? It's hard to get these positions, and most vacancies always want experienced individuals. What's so for us? Because like me, I am a chartered accountant with no experience, but most vacancies I see is I'm not okay. What you do to get experience is volunteer service. You see, sometimes you might need to work for that your uncle, work for at free cost or low cost. Okay, you enter, penetration technique, penetrate that way. Sometimes your cost might be cover your cost of transportation and stuff like that. Then you come in. You understand? So you need that experience to penetrate, and to get that experience, you have to do that. Contribution to Mr. Veronica Asime says contribution to questions of Mr. Suleiman. You can go for multiple streams of income, particularly those that are passive. Okay, so that's a contribution. So Aisha Adedeji said registration with cooperative ministry is somehow, because even after one gets the necessary document available, they demand for money. Yes, registration is in Lagos should be about 120,000 roughly. That's when you look at incidental, because there's some incidental cost of transporting, cost of paper documentation and all those stuff. I'm talking about multi-purpose. There are different types of cooperative society, but when I target multi-purpose, so you need to budget about 120,000. And I'm sure if you split it 5,000 amongst the members, you'll be able to get that money. So something you should put to them and let them start it. If you need help, you can ping me by the side. We'll get it done. We'll give you necessary. Kindly share the video recording of training. My number is this. Okay, that's so that I cannot see the link to register. So please, can you share the link again? As the member of the WhatsApp group, I want to formally join the association as an active financial member. Okay, that's in terms of financial member. We've not put a price to that, but I'm sure the management team will put price to that in the future, because they need to look at other incidental benefits that come along with it. We want to look at health insurance, just HMO scheme. We want to look at group life insurance cover and a few other things, so that any of our member that dies or passes away, and also we'll be going to give giveaways to elderly members who are not working. So we want to be giving them financial gifts, or giving them food items and stuff like that, can make them happy and stay afloat. Many thanks for the presentation and insight. Please share the slides. We'll share that. I am Carlo Benedita. Okay, it's been insightful. I joined late, but the ones I had is okay. I am interested in forensic audit, and I desire to venture into audits general. Okay, I need your advice. Okay, that's you can also do after the. Please, if you receive our slide, you can also ask questions afterwards. So you now one team social club also, you can donate money. It will help us to defray some of these costs. It will go a long way to push this initiative further. And some members have actually done that. We've seen it in the bank statement, which we want to be receiving a lot. We've not perfected that part, but we don't want to be receiving cash by hand. So pay to the bank account. That's your name of the depositor also be known so that we can send back a thank you message. Thank you for this question. I'm having the same challenge here. Okay, so I think that's all. Thank you for. Please join one district society, please. All of you join district society. ICAN district society to help a lot. So that is it. I think that's all from the chat box. And I want to thank you sincerely for your attention and finding time from your busy schedule to attend this event. And these are our contacts. So feel free to, you'll see it at the end of the slide. Also, if you want to volunteer to do any donation, you can, it's already in chat box there. We can still send it to you by mail. You can, if you want a physical event, you can also sponsor that and let us know the venue. We might be able to get resource persons to handle that. Kingsley, your hand is up. Is there anything? If not, we are calling it a day because we need to leave. We need many more business calling us. Thank you so much. Over to you, Afolabi. Thank you, Dr. Afolabi.
All right, thank you so much, Mr. Unamdi Uti, FCA. Thank you for that wonderful session. We appreciate. Thanks to all the participants for listening and for contributing. We appreciate them. We should definitely be holding these webinars at least once a month on very enlightening topics and topics that you actually be excited to even pay for to actually join such groups. And we have a lot on the table, as Mr. Nnamdi has said, in order to call this a wrap, because it has been a long day and today is a public holiday so that people can do other things. We would like to appreciate everyone again for joining this call at such a time. And we would love to see you all at the top. So we'll be closing this webinar with the national anthem again and ICAN anthem. Thank you very much. I want to reshare my screen so that we could sing along.
National anthem is not audible.
Thank you. Next is ICAN anthem, after which we close the section. Thank you.
Couldn't hear anything.
Thank you very much for joining, and we look forward to seeing you in our next webinar. Please kindly join the group chat before you log out. Thanks a lot, and we appreciate your time. Bye, everyone.
Thank you so much, Dr. Folabi. Those of you that would like to join the group chat, you can join me there in the chat box before we log off. And thank you for see you next time. I need to sign up.
Thank you all.